Well, you know, life has taken a pretty big turn when we have returned to Novelland. Welcome all back, by the way, to the channel. It's been a while. And I have returned to give my probably very unwanted opinion. But there's something twisted my arm, something so significant that disrupted the world, the wonderful world of Minecraft building, in a way never seen before probably. Or that might as well just be me. Anywho. Today I wanted to talk about one of the upcoming updates. And very specifically just one teeny tiny feature which is actually pretty big and game changing and revolutionary. That being the cushion. Now before I get impaled by tridents and spears, let me explain where I'm coming from, okay? Thank you. The Minecraft cushion is whatever you're seeing on your screen right now. I don't know what I'll edit, maybe I'll even go to the snapshot, I have no clue, but it's this thing. And you might be thinking, what is that? It's actually pretty cool. For the first time in like 15 years, 16 years, Steve can finally sit down. Isn't it amazing? All of our couches can actually become real. And the cushion is by far not the only thing added in this update. We're getting wool, slabs and stairs, an entire new biome with, you know, new wood sets and leaves and stuff. And that's all nice and well. You know, as a builder myself, I approve. Like the last couple of updates, I have been pretty, you know, satisfied with the new content. I think the silver caves and stuff like that are pretty cool. I mean, I'm not your dad, but I think it's a fun update. But with the cushion, I feel like a certain line has been crossed. Not only when it comes to building, but to a whole lot of other stuff as well. Of course, it's raining. It's always raining on Novelland. Let's go to the pub. I'm sick. I need a drink. Well, take a look at this. An old design, very old, from Juicecraft actually. An old design of a bar. Pretty fancy, pretty small. And, you know, you'll have to sit on it like this. Which is not very comfortable. You could replace that with a cushion. That would be nice. Let's go upstairs. And you have a table. Very simple. 2 tables, slab, and a sign. You can sit on it like this. But in the future, you could, like, you know, actually sit on it. Like this. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, that's crazy. Now, stuff like that is something I don't mind. I think it's great even. But what's not so great is all the other stuff the cushion can provide. Take a look at this. This is a zipline made with a cushion. And this thing can out-travel humans while sprinting, the player. Isn't that a bit too much? Because I don't think that's what the cushion was intended for. Or take a look at this. A fancy LED screen, or well, disco floor. And what's that rabbit doing? It's going haywire. But yeah, this only works on the ground due to some fancy technic stuff with like the redstone lamp and stuff. But what? Am I the only one who is just blown away by the immense versatility of the cushion and the immense amount of places it is used where it should probably not be used? Like, take a look at this stuff, man. People are building like sick roads and oh, someone joined. Hello there. Like, it's gone to a point where every build before this update will feel incredibly outdated. And that reminds me of, you know, an unintended feature which, you know, happens in a lot of games, which is called power creep. You know, the process of buying stuff and then those items becoming outdated. I have a very distressed feeling that stuff like that will happen to builds over here. Now these builds are already pretty old, you know. These have been standing here for a long period of time. I mean, take a look at this. This is really now cutting edge now, isn't it? Now, cushions are still relatively new, so there are a lot of things still being figured out and explored with it. But if stuff like this goes on, I'm seriously concerned for Minecraft building as a whole, because a lot of this is, well, maybe not really that intentional. Mojang probably didn't want us, using the cushions as roof tiles and what have ya. It was likely just intended as a funny seat thingy, and it has, well, gone out of hand a little bit, to the point where building with, a bit of detail takes forever. To make something like this, which I've taken from Grian's video, is not a fun process, but it's very detailed. It's looking pretty fancy now, isn't it? I think you and I can both agree on that. And what is that doing over there? Oh, I left the door open. Great. But the point is, stuff like that is not healthy, nor is it something I think should belong to Minecraft. One thing I always try to keep in mind when I'm building something is not just pure realism. I like to add, oh, I do not like that. Alright, I gotta get inside. Stupid. Trying to give an explanation over here, man. What in the world? Let's see, where was I? Of course. Whenever I'm building something, I of course try to keep things as real as possible. That being the dimensions and, the overall looks and stuff. But I always try to add a little bit of that Minecrafty touch to builds. Minecraft is a game after all. It's a blocky game, full of pixels. There's no need for 8000K Full HD magic hyper-realistic texture packs or anything like that. No. The fun part about Minecraft is that it's Minecraft and you can add your own little stuff, your own vibe to it. Now that's not being lost with the cushion, by no means. In fact, it's only being, expanded upon. But it's only fun up to a point. The joke only, is fun to listen to once or twice. And the moment you start seeing abominations like this, you begin to wonder, are we still good builders? I mean, this is, not good. This is very outdated, but that's the point. This was made a long time ago, so you can't really complain about it. Back then it was probably fancy, but of course nowadays it's laughable. And I'm not here to hammer on that. Of course, this game is getting updates. Times come and times pass by. You think anyone is gonna build this nowadays? No, of course not. This was something you used to back then, and it was cool. I'm not complaining about the fact that we're getting new stuff. Because new stuff is good. Because it allows us, more creativity, more things to build. But I think the cushion has come to a point where I think Mojang broke the game. Or maybe this was their intention. Maybe they did want to, allow people to create hyper-realistic things and, make every form of transportation obsolete apart from the elytra, which, is a whole nother controversy, so we'll leave that at that. But a big thing about Minecraft building is trying to make things work with what you got, You can't extract every real world detail into this game. It's just a limitation, you have to make do. And that's where I believe the main creativity comes in. People have to, figure things out with what they have. And that's what I think make Minecraft a really fun, blocky design game. Like, is this wooden house here realistic? No, but, it has a roof, it has windows, it's its own way of portraying that it's a house. And that's not only visible in this, such a 2011 house, but also in this, what would be like 2020 house over there, or any of these houses. They all have their own charms. They're not fully realistic, but they are portraying something. They have like a little story, a little bit of emotion. Their own vision by their creators has been put into it. And what am I hearing? That's not good. Get inside now. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's everything that's wrong with the world. I think this video has scratched enough of the controversy. You know, we've talked about elytras, we talked about phantoms, we talked about the cushion. And once again, I will restate, I am a big fan of the cushion. I think the amount of crap you can do with this is just insane. And I think it's fantastic that we can finally have realistic chairs and sit down for the first time in 16 years. Or since 2009, I don't know. The point is that I'm a bit worried about the future of building. And that's not necessarily in a way to, you know, I can't keep up, I'm crying, everyone's better than me, I give up. Because I know I'm not the greatest builder out there, I know I have flaws, and I never had the desire to be the best builder in the world. I can't stop. Yeah, look at this. This couch was insane back in 2012. I can tell you, all my homies used to sit on this. And in a while, you can actually sit on this. You can actually put your cushions over here and you can actually sit on it. Isn't that crazy? I know, that's groundbreaking. What are you doing in my house? Alright, there's stuff happening over here. I need to wrap up. Things are going crazy. Stuff like the sulfur stuff and, you know, the upcoming new woodset. And the red leaves. Finally. Inner peace. But it goes to show that Minecraft and Mojang do know what, you know, it's good stuff to add. The point I'm trying to make is that the new cushion is actually pretty cool. And, you know, complaining about it would be dumb, since, you know, I should be even glad this 2009-year-old game is still getting updated in the first place. The point is that I'm a bit worried for building, for the future of building. Not only because, you know, stuff like this will become very outdated, but that itself is not the biggest problem. I mean, I feel like it kind of gives off a charm, you know, where you can tell in which year, which Minecraft period the build was made. I think that's a pretty cool charm thing to have in a game. The thing I am most worried about is the process of building. I don't want to sit around in my room placing 20,000 cushions at 5,000 different angles for detail, for something to be able to consider looking good. You know, I just want to have fun. I just want to build stuff. I want to do, you know, I want to let my mind go crazy on creative thoughts and build things which are pretty fancy, but of course in a Minecrafty way. And maybe I'm delusional, maybe I'm wrong about it, which there's a high chance I am, but that's just my opinion. I'm not your dad, but I think the new cushion is pretty cool, but we gotta tone it down a bit. And that's about it. So yeah, feel free to do whatever you want now. Suppose I need to end this video.